Welcome to the CoD Community Show, where we go over everything in the Call of Duty community scene, whether it's episodes, edits, team tages, or MLG news, or Black Ops 3 headlines. If you want to check out anything that I talk about, links in the description down below. Or if you want to skip to a certain section of the video, all you gotta do is click on one of those icons to take you to a certain section so you can hear the news that you want to hear. As always, I'm your host, Techie, and I'll be talking about all this stuff, so let's get right into it. Starting off with episodes, as always, we don't have as many episodes as we usually do. There's only 4 this week. Number 4 spot's going to go to the FaZe Rug, All Grown Up, number 17 by Barker. He had a lot of great shots in there, and my favorite though was definitely the WA2000 shot mid-plane on Afghan. The number 3 spot's going to go to Iron Kazad's What's a Kazad, episode number 3. What is a Kazad, by the way? Edited by J6. He's got a nice 11-man on Grind. He's got a nice 5 on-screen iron sights, a jump shot, triple collat on Raid, and then some quad headshot feeds in there as well. Those are always nice to see. The number 2 spot is going to go to Obey Chief's COD 4 montage number 4. There was a single to trip collat to single 5 on screen on Crash, all no scopes by the way, and 2 separate 6-ons on Crash as well, and then a ballsy quad feed. I think it was on Pipeline is the name of the map. And the number 1 spot is going to go to my boy Red Doodle. Doodle is deadly number 7. He's got a nice 5-man headshot feed of quad on screen with the KSG. He's got a nice quad feed in Advanced Warfare, but it's like all jump shots and all over different walls. I can't remember the name of the map. It's the one like on the skyscrapers. He's got a nice 6-man in free for all, and then a quad ballsy kill cam, which is pretty awesome. Now let's move on to notable intros. The number 5 spot is going to go to Uprise Riot for his 6 on-screen opener, as well as his back-to-back collat multi, and then his 6-man with 5 on-screen with the Sign Ballista, and then also another 5-man with quad headshot feed on-screen on Strike Zone. Also at the number 5 spot is Daft Bez. He had a lot of great tomahawk across-the-map shots that were really cool to see, especially the one on Dig that was on the trick shotter trying to go for a trick shot himself. But then there was also almost a quad kill cam. It was just, I think it was a couple seconds shy. The way they edited it made it seem like a quad kill cam, but it just didn't seem logical with where he ran and stuff. So I think that was a trip kill cam. But nonetheless, that was a great episode, great introducing, I mean. So good on you, Bez. At the number 4 spot is reintroducing Saw Bows. He had a nice village cross the map shot, as well as a Sui on Overwatch. You don't see a whole lot of shots on Overwatch, and then a lot of black box shots as well. Those were always nice to see. At the number 3 spot is Brave Buddha for his World at War trick shotting introducing. There was a lot of great out of the map and suicide shots. It's great to see some of these lesser played CODs get some love. So good on you, Buddha. That was a great episode. Introducing, but I like the World at War goodness. The number 2 spot's going to go to Surf Erzj. I have no idea if I said that right. I mean, how do you pronounce E-R-Z-J? I think it's Erzj, or I don't know. But you got the number 2 spot because you had a great episode. You had a nice wasteland cross the map from Heli. I don't remember the last time I saw someone take a shot from Heli on Wasteland. On High Rise, I also loved your WA2000 crane shot, as well as your window shot cross map on that map. And the number 1 spot's gonna go to Orbit Frags for his 12-man unsplit opener with a pistol. That was almost too good to be true. I had to watch that like 10 times. I mean, not only to count the amount of people that he killed, but just see if it wasn't like set up or something. I mean, 12 people with a pistol? Unsplit? Come on. He also had an Iron Sights 5 on, a Ballsy 5 on, and then a quad kill cam and quad headshot feeds. This guy's introducing was definitely the best by far this week. Good on you. Moving on to team tages, there was a lot of team tages this week, so I can't go over every single one. I'm going to give out a few honorable mentions before I get into my top 10. Yes, there was over 10 team tages this week that were just absolutely amazing. I want to give out shout outs to Marv Agents number 23, which is actually a weekend taj, but it was still pretty awesome. Exalt's 156 team taj, and Darth's April 2015 team taj. And I am going to cheat with my notes, obviously, because there's just been so many clips in each of these team tages that were just amazing, and I wanted to get this done as quick as possible so you can see it right now. At the number 10 spot, it's going to be Info with Infantry number 2. It's got a nice 5 on screen with Iron Sights on Grind, a nice swap 5 on screen, 7-mans, trip all pros, carrier mid-map quad headshot feed, more trip all pros, that's what I wrote, a quad collat on Black Ops 1, and then a collat to all pro to single for a 5 on screen on Terminal. And that's just the number 10 spot. Number 9 is gonna go to XJMX's Catch This number 9. That's a coincidence right there. But they got a bunch of cross the map tomahawks and spike drones, throwing knives, whatever Call of Duty, whatever knife they have in that Call of Duty. But a bunch of great shots in all those. At number 8, coming from Cloud9, they're on a roll so far. They got a nice 7-man 5 on screen, red gun snipe, swap quad headshot feed, a nice 5 on-screen headshot feed, a swap quad head with the DSR, a couple trip all pros in there, and then a 6 on-screen plus 1 in there as well. Number 7 is going to go to Peril's Team Taj number 60. They had a nice swap 5 on, as well as a ballsy 5 on, and then also C4 out of the map shots. That was completely new to me. I had not seen that before. That was pretty cool. Number 6 spot's going to go to Infinite's Team Taj number 13. Had a ballsy quad feed that was faded, but the last no scope was just so far away. That was like halfway across the map. It was on terminal, and then a 4 weapon quad feed on Black Ops 1 using the MPK5 or MP5K, the Python, Tomahawk, and a knife, and then a nice quad collat in there as well. Number 5 is going to go to Astral's Team Taj number 23 with a quad collat wall bang as the opener. Prej X's triple C4 shot, which I mentioned in his episode before. That was still an amazing clip. A ballsy 5 on and COD 4 with a collat as the no scope. A 10-man swap with 5 on-screen times 3, and then a World at War 5 on. Number 4 is coming from FaZe. They had a couple great team Tajes because of their Phase 1 challenge, getting that 1 recruit for the year. Team Formula for the number 4 spot for their team Taj. They got a nice 3rd-person trick shot, a World at War trick shot, 5 on-screen headshot, 3 trip all pros, 5-man kill cam, swap on-screen 5-man, quad headshot kill cam, and then a Mirage 6 on. The number 3 spot I gave to Divergence. We are Divergent number 2 with an 8-man 6 on-screen all-pro to collab plus 1 for a 5 on-screen, 5 on-screen headshot, a quad headshot swap kill cam, 8-man terminal with a spawn trap that you don't see too often, a quad kill cam with trip collat in it, a village quad collateral, a trip all pro, World at War 6-man quad on-screen, I think a 5-man kill cam on standoff, and then a 6 on-screen on terminal. And they're definitely lesser known clans, so that was great for them to make the top 3. That was pretty awesome. I love that team Taj. At the number 2 spot is FaZe's other team Taj for their Phase 1 challenge. From Team Scarce, we got a quad iron sight Mirage free-for-all kill cam. We got an out of the map terminal cross map shot, 6-man headshot feed on Advanced Warfare, 6-man 5 on-screen free-for-all Nuketown by Doodle. Doodle just tearing stuff up. Ballsy split 7-man, a rolling 5 head with ACOG, trip all pros galore, 7 on red gun, 6 on screen in an uncommon dome spot. Good on you guys in red, and just various teams are going solo. Hopefully one of you guys will get in phase, but I don't know what to say. You're all amazing. And the number 1 spot for Team Taj is going to go to Saw Cam's Trap number 116. They definitely deserved it. They had a Chasm Sui, a unique estate cross map shot, a couple carbon out of the map shots. It was very hard to recognize because the actual map was just so far away from where they were shooting. You really had to squint to tell what map they were on. A crashed shot from the top of the building. Yeah, I haven't seen a crash shot in a while. I always loved those. And then a nice out of the map on bootleg, which is also very hard to recognize from how far out they were. So good on you guys in Saw. That was great team Tajes. They were all great team Tajes, all like 13 or so of them that I mentioned. Good on you guys. I hope we can see a lot of team Tajes like this in the future. Now we're gonna move on into the best clips of the week. The best clips of the week. Sorry, I kind of started there. Now moving into the top clips of the week. I mean, these clips are so hard to judge, and I definitely could have flipped these around in different spots. So let me know if you would have flipped any of these spots around at all, or maybe dropped some of these spots or moved them up to the number 1. Let me know in the comments down below. At the number 10 spot, this is coming from BSB's top 5 knifing clips of the week. We got a 5-man with a quad skewer kill cam, which was pretty awesome. Also at the number 10 spot, I mean, I had to tie a few of these number 10 spots just I couldn't leave them out. There was a nice cross map turbine glitch spot inside of the turbine using a care package. That was really awesome. Then there was a 9 headshot spree with a couple all pros and a 5 on. And then a nice kill chain headshot feed and free for all as well. The number 9 spot's coming from FaZe Dirty's top 5 plays. I think Dirty, maybe FaZe Rain. They have the best. They always seem to have the best clips. But the number 9 spot's going to go to this no scope trip all pro. It was pretty awesome on Nuketown. At the number 8 spot, this is coming from Colt Rising's top 5 plays of the week. Number 7, we got a nice unsplit 8-man, 7 of which with a pistol, which was pretty awesome. It was almost like the one guy's introducing. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. But that was a great clip. Number 7's coming from Red Scarce's top 5 clips of the week. We got a no scope to trip collat no scope plus 1 in World at War for a ballsy 5 on. Number 6 going back to Dirty's top 5 plays of the week. We got a single to quad collateral in World at War. Number 5 also from Dirty's top 5 was a trip collat from the helicopter in Ghosts. I mean, I forget what even kill streak this is, but this guy just gets extremely lucky picking off a trip from inside of the helicopter. Number 4 is coming from Rain's top 5 plays week number 104. He's got a nice, it's on high rise, a nice jump half map, no scope, through the smoke, triple collateral which is pretty awesome. The distance was what really made this clip. Number 3 coming from Hope's clips of the week. Number 1, Hope is a very small team, so this clip was really a nice refreshing one to see. We got a nice it's S&D clip, and it's a feeding clip. This guy gets an ace. He starts off with a collateral and then pushes up spawn on raid and gets a quad kill cam, all in search and destroy, just completely destroying the other team, embarrassing all of them. Hopefully we can see some more stuff from that team. Number 2, I was going back to Red Scarce's top 5. We got a quad collateral with the FAL. That's 1 bullet from the FAL. Pretty sure it was hardcore. And gets a quad collateral on Nuketown, that lucky boy. And my number 1 spot, we're gonna go back to FaZe Dirty's top 5 plays. This guy, it just had so much skill and luck at the same time. He gets an all-pro with his sniper to use his last bullet, knifes a guy, takes his sniper, then with that new sniper, gets a triple collat for a 6 on screen on Nuketown. Even if it was couch room, that was just so much skill and luck at the same time. 6 on screen, 3 different weapons. That was dirty. Now we have no opinion or drama news this week, but what we lack in that department, we got so much in Black Ops 3 news. Now once again, I'm gonna cheat by looking at my notes, so I'm sorry I'm not giving you the eye-to-eye contact that I usually do, but there's just so much happening in Black Ops 3 with all the trailers and everyone like Drifter and Chaos Silence and T Martin. They all got exclusive access to the Treyarch studios. You got a whole bunch of news, so I'm just gonna go over it as fast as possible so that I don't bore you to death by trying to memorize all this and tell you with my eyes looking at you. So all of this is coming from direct sources, and this is the stuff that we know so far about Black Ops 3. There are 9 specialist characters that you can choose from multiplayer, each with their own ability and gun. Kind of like the one where the guy's arm turns into a minigun. That's one of the guns from one of the specialists. You can take one single ability or gun into multiplayer. So if you use the minigun arm, then you can't take the ability. The ability for that guy being glitch, which you can actually teleport back in time 3.5 seconds to where you were. That Magnum you see in the Black Ops 3 trailer that explodes, that's one of the guns for one of the specialists. And then the ground pound with the green spikes that you saw in the Black Ops 3 trailer, that thing is kind of like a kill everything in a small radius type of deal. I'm not sure if that's an ability or a specialist thing. I'm pretty sure it's a specialist ability or gun, probably an ability. According to Drifter, the beta for Black Ops 3 that you all should get, because all you gotta do is pre-order the game, you get the beta. So if you get the beta, when you get to play the beta is actually after Gamescom, about 1 to 2 months before the game is actually released. So it'll be sometime late August probably. There's going to be 4 DLC packs, 4-player co-op if you're into that. There's probably going to be a new Nuketown, a Nuketown 2065 according to this poster that you can see on the screen right now. Theater mode is back, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone should be hyped for that. Theater mode be back. I'm so hyped for that because it sucks if you have to record live. But just going back in theater mode is so helpful and so cool in so many ways, and it's definitely going to help editors out a lot as well. There's a new gunsmith mode where you can actually create your own camos with 64 layers for the paint job, put up to 5 attachments and an optical on your gun, so that if you really want to pimp out your weapon and use all your slots. You have unlimited sprint at all times. I really like that. I'm glad they added that. There's auto mantling, so that you don't have to press a button to do anything, and it's not going to reduce your momentum. It's going to be fluid. Everyone who's used it so far has said they've liked it, and it works in any direction that you're moving. So if you're moving right, backwards, it doesn't have to be just forwards. Whatever direction, it's going to be a fluid movement and adjustment over whatever barrier you're mantling. Obviously, there's wall running. You saw that in the trailer. C4 is back, but there's a plus-minus thing to it. Plus thing is that you cannot burst it in the air, so people can't just chuck C4 and blow it in your face. It has to land on something, so like a roof, a wall, or the floor. It has to land on it and stick to that before you can ignite it. When you ignite it, it's going to deal more damage this time around than it did in previous Call of Duties. And then one more negative thing that I'm really not too happy about is it's got a sensor on it. So you could throw the C4 down, run away, and then if someone gets near it, then there's a little part on your HUD, on your screen, that beeps or makes a little indication that there's someone near your C4. So that way you can blow it up, and it might not kill them instantly, but it definitely does some serious damage to them. There's going to be this thing called a safe house where you can chill with your buddies and customize it and learn stuff about Call of Duty in there. I don't know, that seemed kind of out there. I'm not sure what that's all about. Some of the kill streaks include a remote controlled car, kind of like the RCXD, but this thing can hover, it can jump, it can drive on walls, so it's like a super version of that. We got a Wraith, which is similar to a stealth chopper. We got the RAPS, which is like RAPS, all with periods after. It's a giant warship that drops the ball drones. Those are those spike ball drones things that we saw in the trailer, most likely, that go around. They're kind of like the dogs of Black Ops 3, supposedly, according to T Martin's description. They go around just annihilating people. We got the GI unit, which is kind of like the robot that one dude threw against the wall and started shooting in the trailer, that can roam around or patrol with you in multiplayer as like a guard. We got the Mothership, which is like a top tier kill streak, which is kind of like VTOL weapons with miniguns and rockets, and two teammates can like hop on if they want to for additional support. There's going to be no more panic knifing in Black Ops 3. So what I mean by that is if you have a gun out and you knife or melee someone, then it's not going to be a one-hit kill. You're going to have to hit them twice, and it's going to stun them just for a brief second. But if you do use a secondary, it's also going to be a 2-hit kill. But if you don't have any secondary slot, or if you're not running any guns, you're just running knife only, then the knife only will still be a 1-hit kill. The pick 10 system will be back. Score streaks are not a part of that system though. And again, you could use up to 6 attachments on one primary. That's 5 attachments and 1 optical if you really wanted to. Black Ops 3 Domination has no time limit. The first round is first team to 100, and the second round is first team to 200 to win the game. The sniper aim down sights mechanic has been adjusted so that it's going to be a little bit easier. Like there's going to be less of a sway when you're aim down sights. And then Vonderhart tweeted out saying that it's going to be very reminiscent of Black Ops 2, which is great because sniping in Black Ops 2 was just perfect. It was choice. That was probably, I don't know, if not the fan favorite, definitely my favorite by far. Some of the perks that are confirmed for BO3, we got the thrust suppressor, the thrust battery, flak jacket, ghost, hardwired, gung-ho, awareness, dead silence, scavenger, fast hands, ninja. There's also going to be a taunting feature for the end of a game. If you win a game or whatever, everyone's going to see your character taunt, I guess, in some way or another. There was a couple more things. I'm just going to leave it in the links down below though, so you can check those out if you want to. Also, a couple notes in Advanced Warfare. There was a recent patch for some guns. There was an MK14, which buffed the headshot damage, and then there was the EPM3, that's the laser gun that also had headshot damage buff, as well as a longer fire rate. And then the tqteky, which is that LMG, had a reduced recoil, and then as well as a faster aim down sight, so that might actually be useful now. And then the ASM one got a 10 bullet reduction from 45 to 35 in its magazine size. Also, the new M1 irons that everyone's been talking about is actually going to be a blunderbuss. I'm going to post a little video up here kind of showcasing what a blunderbuss is. If you saw the movie Looper, that's a time travel movie, then you might know what the blunderbuss is. But basically, it's like you stuff a bunch of crap down the barrel. It's like an old school gun, and then you shoot it. It's kind of like a short range mix between like a pistol shotgun type of thing, which is pretty cool. But hopefully I went through that Black Ops 3 fast enough for you. If you want to talk to me about anything Black Ops 3, hit up my socials in the description down below on Twitter or YouTube or Skype or whatever. And I'd just love to talk about Black Ops 3 with you. I could talk for hours if I wanted to. For entertainment this week, we got FaZe's community montage, which was amazing. I mean, FaZe has the biggest community in the Call of Duty community scene when it comes to montages and stuff. So getting all the community's best clips, that was definitely a very entertaining community montage. And then according to MBOs, we got the world's greatest double ace. It was actually a very entertaining double ace. It was so fast. This is kind of MLG, but I put it in entertainment just because it was so much fun to watch. There was also Crim6 with some very entertaining videos as well. He had a nice rage quit versus another team.
Have to go for him. We're gonna have to what? What? End the fucking game. No, we're done after that, dude. No.
And then he had one of the biggest fans ever. Some little kid was just his biggest fan that he just randomly ran into in ranked play, and you can hear in his voice. I think he starts crying at the end just because he's so happy. Crim6 sent him like a friend request or something. Bang Jam doing his 1v1s recently. Everyone's been liking those. He did one against Obey Raves. Raves left Obey for a day or something. Just trolled their Obey leader, which is pretty great. And the last bit of entertainment is coming from Overpower's number 69 for the top 5 fails. They got some nice flare distracting some Stinger missiles, where the Stinger missiles are shot up and they're distracted by flare and they kill random people. And these are all completely accidental and random, which are pretty funny. There's a good one where a grenade glitches through the floor, it falls through the floor, kills some poor soul. And then like a 8v4 match where like, usually it's only 6v6 in Advanced Warfare, but everyone's had that game where like team placement gets messed up and there's like way too many people on one team. But that's just funny to see. Next, moving on to MLG, we got TK winning the UGC Niagara event for the 10K prize. I mean, initially I said Envy was going to win. I did not know that they were dropping Saints and having Merc replace him. So I was wrong on that. They did come in second. Envy did come in second. But that was pretty much given that they were going to get the 1 or 2 spot there. But if you want to know more about that event, the UGC Niagara, definitely go check out Tommy Esports. Check him out for anything MLG, really. He's just a great guy in the Call of Duty community scene. He's very active on YouTube. Does great podcasts. You just can learn a lot in the MLG from just watching his videos. For the Gfinity Spring Masters number 1, we actually got our list of teams finally lined up. We got Optic Gaming, Optic Nation, Denial, Envy, Prophecy, TK. FaZe was replaced by FAB. I've I don't know like anything about this team, FAB or Fab, however you say it. But they replaced them. We got TCM, Epsilon, Vitality Storm, Mind Freak, which is pretty awesome. You see an Australian team in there. We got Infuse, Aware, Hyper, and Gamers 2 from Spain, I think that's what it is. But those are the Gfinity teams for the Spring Masters, so hopefully I'll get to see some of those matches. Hopefully you will too. On a little bit of sad news, we got Team Revenge breaking up. If you're in MLG at all, then you know this already. But it's so sad to see Revenge break up. I mean, we got Nagafen and Aqua moving on to Prophecy, so at least they're on a team. Vicento's creating his own team. I forget, I think it's with some of the Aware players. I can't remember what event they're going to be in. But good luck to Vicento, and then good luck, I think Remy is the other guy. I'm not sure what happened to Remy. So good luck to all those guys. Hopefully they do well, especially Aqua and Nagafan on Prof. Hopefully they take Prof pretty far. That'd be great to see. And for the last standings of this last week in matches, going in order from their top rank in the Season 2 Pro League, we got Optic Gaming. They didn't play at all this week. We got Envy, who went 3-1 this week. Elevate went 1-5. Denial went 1-1. FaZe 0-2. TCM 3-0, which is great. TK 2-2. Rise 3-1. AR 1-2. Optic Nation actually going positive this week, going 3-1. So they need those wins. Come on, Optic Nation, get up there. Justice going 0-2, and Prophecy not playing at all at the bottom of this list. But with Nagafen and Aqua on there, I think Prophecy is going to come back up a little bit. And here we go, the last section. This section, it was reserved for editors only. This is the best edits that I found this week. Let me know if there's some editors that I need to watch or need to subscribe to or something. I subscribe to pretty much anyone that anyone links me a team or a good editor or something. I always subscribe. First one is a BO2 edit from Cubby called Vices.
I'm a blaster, swinging in that 6-4, riding with a dead hoe. Bitch, I'm from that murder block, don't give a fuck about getting caught.
Second is MW2 edit from Nate called Stay. The next is Day Zero by Night. I really love the Hunter Killer angles that he got for this edit. Next is a COD 4 edit called Separate by Volge. Next is 199 Chains by Cactus.
Cocaine flow, they done dropped me in the pot. I came out hard and I sold on the block.
Next is Light by Trouts.
Cause I decided long ago, but that's the way it seems to go when trying so hard to get to something real.
Next is Scream by BDTKs. It was a pretty wacky edit. I really like the RC car part.
Originated where the phrase went up, so I'm getting that coin and the point above. And the shell bounced back like lightning. Shoot fireball, now they're running amok. Man eating.
All by myself.
And last but not least is a Black Ops 1 edit from Schultz called Full Metal. I'm pretty sure it's related to Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't know a whole lot about anime or anything. But it was a great Black Ops 1 edit. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed any part of it, remember to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and that will help the show grow. Share it with a friend. If you're too lazy to click that button or too lazy to type letters, all you gotta do is open your mouth and talk to a buddy. Say, hey, have you seen this show before? It's kind of cool. But anything you do helps out a lot. Nothing huge planned so far. I mean, there's going to be an MLG event in Detroit coming up. I live in Michigan, so hopefully I can attend that, but that's not until a little ways in the future. But more news on that later. but I'll be sure to give you all the BO3 news, all the news and everything in this show every single week. So we'll see you guys next weekend. Have a great weekend. Have a great Call of Duty. I'm tqteky, and peace.